Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity to speak to you today. Before I begin, I would like to mention that Magnus Östberg, our Chief Software Officer, could not be here in person today due to prior commitments. He really couldn't make it. However, he has prepared a video message that I will share you shortly, highlighting Mercedes-Benz commitment to open source software and our vision for the future. My name is Markus Rettstatt, and beside my role as head of car software development, I am responsible for opening up the software strategy. First of all, Mercedes is fully committed to make open source to an integral part of our innovation journey. Our commitment to innovation is deeply rooted in our brand, values of safety, security, and quality. As we navigate the complexities in the digital age, we must embrace a new paradigm based on collaboration, openness, and shared success. And for today, I will outline the global challenges we face and how open source collaboration can address them, leading to a future where the European automotive industry thrives through standardization, reduced dependencies, and unified approach to software development. Yes. If we look at the automotive industry, we see that it's facing major global challenges. First of all, the battle of technological supremacy in automotive software is intensifying. Restrictions on accessing crucial data and collaborating with international partners can stifle innovation. Second, geopolitical tensions, such as recent restrictions in China, banning foreign companies from collecting mapping data for ADAS systems, create obstacles. And third, new software players entering the market, such as startups in the automotive sector. One example, I know them, but I won't name them now. By creating a disruptive open source communication layer, they are showing how open source can be used in a wide variety of markets around the world to disrupt traditional software development in the automotive sector. Europe must remain resilient. Our approach is a collaborative leadership through open source. Standardization through collaboration lowers costs and accelerates innovation, helping us build resilient and secure software systems. These also encourage smaller companies to contribute innovative solutions. Imagine a small European startup developing a groundbreaking open source software library for secure over-the-air updates. This could be rapidly adapted across the industry, enhancing the security and functionality for vehicles. But before we dive into the challenges and the opportunities of open source software in the automotive industry, I'd like to share the message from Magnus Östberg. Let's hear directly from Magnus as he elaborates why open source is integral to Mercedes-Benz mission.
Hello, my name is Magnus Östberg and I am the Chief Software Officer here at Mercedes-Benz, where we build our own Mercedes-Benz operating system. At Mercedes-Benz, our high aspirations for our software is aligned with our core brand value of the company, which is of course built on the safety and security of our customers. Achieving these goals is only possible through the use of and development of free and open source software. We can say that our commitment to FOSS is best demonstrated by the amount of FOSS component that we have already integrated to our products, IT services, and mobile apps. We see FOSS as a key enabler to overcome future challenges, such as increased speed, flexibility in our development, cost constraints, and updatability through the life cycle, in line with the regulations. Therefore, we must approach software differently than we did in the past. This will lead to long-term changes on how we co-create inside the software communities. In these open source communities, we collaborate not only with the European OEMs and the suppliers, but also a range of established and emerging technical companies. So in conclusion, I'd like to emphasize that Mercedes-Benz have an unwavering commitment to free and open source software, and this commitment is integral to our mission and is the foundation upon which we build our future, driving innovation and collaboration across the industry. Thank you.
Despite its advantages, open source in automotive faces significant challenges. Many stakeholders remain undecided and traditional business models dominate. Also, companies in the automotive sector may be hesitant to fully embrace open source due to concerns about protecting intellectual property and control over their software stack. Some tiers are also struggling to change their business model, and this is very crucial. Small businesses have difficulty entering the market. This prevents the best and fastest solutions from prevailing. This is an unsustainable situation to Europe. It is difficult for them to gain a foothold because established players are afraid to integrate external solutions or are tied to proprietary systems. While several EU initiatives exist, they lack convergence. This may lead to fragmented development efforts in critical areas, such as the development of a standardized open source system for software-defined vehicles. Complex governance structures hinder innovation. Bureaucratic processes for approving open source software components in safety-critical systems can slow down the adoption of new technologies and hinder innovation. In addition, we must avoid the risk unintentionally fragmenting open source communities by focusing resources too narrowly. Open source is a global ecosystem, and efforts to over-regulate or geographically restrict funding can lead to fragmentation. Open source is global first as one community. We should decentralize funding to empower diverse contributors and avoid undermining the collaborative spirit that drives open source innovation. By funding specific regions and politicizing open source initiatives, there is a risk that the huge network of developers worldwide will be alienated. This approach could cut Europe off from valuable contributions and hinder global collaborations. For instance, if funding for an open source is restricted to European developers only, it could discourage talented developers from other regions from contributing their expertise. We must ensure that funding fosters innovation universally, supporting smaller organizations with good ideas, rather than prioritizing larger entities, also our entity, that may not need financial support. We propose a solution that adapts the funding landscape to the speed of global software development. What we see: the existing funding framework is too slow. Traditional funding cycles can be inflexible, hindering projects from responding quickly to the rapid evolution of automotive software technologies. New players on the market lack support. They often lack the resources to navigate complex funding processes and compete with established players. So, way to go. We must prioritize the needs of developers and projects. Funding decisions are based on the potential impact, innovation of the proposed solutions. Please simplify the funding application processes. Reduce bureaucracy and make it easier for developers to access funding. Create a dedicated fund with clear guidelines, specifically for open source projects in the automotive domain. Foster open source collaboration through dedicated funding streams. Allocate funds to open source projects in areas like stack development, autonomous driving, connected car technologies, and obviously cybersecurity. There are already initiatives in place like the Sovereign Tech Fund in Germany focused on that. Build or support EU automotive open source communities like the Eclipse SDV. Create platforms for collaboration, fostering a thriving ecosystem for open source automotive software development. And last, establish open source software stacks for software-defined vehicles. Develop standardized open source components that can be used across different vehicle domains, fostering interoperability and reducing development costs, while ensuring compliance with safety and security standards. Our position at Mercedes-Benz as leader in automotive software, innovation can be secured by working together in such open source initiatives. We stay prepared to collaborate with you to realize this vision. Thank you for your attention.